There is a difference between the cubes of the old generation and the new ones. GAN has gone with using older technology and putting it into their newest model of the GAN 15. While that may seem like a step backwards, sometimes less is more. And the GAN 15 Black is the true epitome of that. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Cubing Bear, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're reviewing the GAN 15 Black. So before we get started with this review, as a foreclosure, I did buy this cube myself, and what I say is not being manipulated in any way, shape, or form by any cube company or sponsorship. This channel does have a sponsor, and that's Canyon's Cubes. More information on that later. With that being said, let's get on to the review. Getting right into the specs, this puzzle comes in at 56mm with UV coated and stickerless combinations. This cube comes in at $70, and you can use code BEAR at checkout at Canyon's Cubes to get 5% off if you choose to buy this cube on that store. For my course of average of 500 with this 3x3, I've gone through several stages and thoughts. One of the reasons why this review took so long to come out with was because of how many times the cube caught me off guard with its performance. Here's how I set up the cube. I set the dual adjustment system setting at 4 and the tension at 4 for the springs. In the inner tracks, I added a generous amount of angstrom gravitas and angstrom dignitas to the pieces. After about 5 solves, I added 5 drops of Celeritas reagent A, did 2 solves before adding another 2 drops of Celeritas reagent B. After filling the cube initially, I noticed that it was a bit locky, clunky, and still had a bad feeling similar to the GAN 14 Pro. I added max command and max fleet to the pieces and proceeded to do an average of 500. With the cube now fully broken in, I have a few thoughts. You can check out 50 of those solves in my average of 50 video, which will be linked in the description below. Determining this puzzle before the average of 500 was catchy and had many moments where I would get locked up. Initially, I was going to give up on this cube and thought it would just be another disappointment from the GAN. But then I realized something. This cube doesn't have maglev and has the same honeycomb design as the GAN XS. It also has the same feeling. Similar to my GAN XS way back in the day, the cube needed to be broken in before I could determine if it was good. After an average of 500 in testing, this is how the cube is now. The turning is incredibly buttery smooth, even smoother than my GAN 14. Celeritas and Mystic in the cube make it feel very plush and dampen that hollow high pitch sound you can hear on other GAN 15 videos. This made the cube slow down to a point where it felt comfortable for my turning style. The cube still has a strange amount of lockups, appearing about 100 out of the 500 solves that I did, making it a 20% chance of you locking up a bit when you're solving on this cube. Not bad of a percentage, but when buying premium version of these cubes, GAN needs to focus more on their mechanism similar to how they did on the GAN 12 and the GAN XS. GAN's idea to use an older model of the GAN and put it into a new design on the 15 was a fantastic move on their end and really brings out the GAN XS that I really liked back in the old days. The main marketing tool that they used for this cube was it had a super black motor plastic, which can be found in most cars. Much like the carbon fibers of hyperspeed cars, the carbon atoms must be put into a state of heat or friction in order to perform at the maximum level, and the GAN 15 Black is just like that. This cube isn't going to be just a cube you can pick up and start solving. It requires the user to solve it a few times to warm up the cube before you can start using it at its peak. It's an inconvenience, but one that I don't mind for the performance it gives. The fact that there is no mad lag doesn't bother me either, since I usually find that those kinds of cubes are uncontrollable. The GAN 15 is a cube that requires high maintenance and tinkering to get right. It's not a bad thing, as it's something I prefer on my cubes, but for others, it may be a deal breaker for them. Once again, GAN has made a cube that almost checks all the boxes for me. While the price isn't justified, I can say that this is a reliable cube once you put in a little work into it. That being said, do I recommend it? At $70, you are paying for a premium product for the aesthetic of a GAN cube. It's not the best on the market, and there are even better cubes out there for lower than half of the price. But if you love GAN cubes and you don't have a budget, I'd say this would be an excellent addition to your collection. If you do have a budget, I would look into other cubes. But that's about it for this review. Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you think that there are better cubes than this one, or is this the one and all best cube on the market? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to go ahead and give the video a like. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications. Let me know if you like this cube or not, and I'll see y'all in the next one. It's a Cube and Bro out. Peace out, guys.